Alright guys, kamusta? Welcome to my latest analysis. Medyo nagkaroon tayo ng oras. As you can see, I'm not in my usual place at home. I'm here in my dormitory dito sa Taiwan, next to National Cheng Kung University, where I'm a visiting fellow. And I'm keeping some friends here, Doraemon and Son Goku, no? To keep away the loneliness. Naisip ko lang siguro kailangan rin magkaroon ng mga ganitong spontaneous, unscripted, low-tech, low-budget production. At yung gusto kong pag-usapan today, yung issue ng yung comparison between President Duterte and Yorme Isko Moreno. I think this comparison is a very, very important thing. Sa tingin ko, the rise of Yorme Isko Moreno ay hindi posible without yung konteksto ng pag-rise ni Pangulong Duterte. I think both sila very disruptive yung kanilang style of leadership. Disruptive doesn't mean that nagsisira ka. Disruptive actually can have a positive connotation. Ibig sabihin, iba yung estilo mo, iba yung approach mo sa yung panunungkulan mo, no? Sa iyong jurisdiction, no? At alam natin nung mayor si Pangulong Duterte, he approached things very differently, especially of course on the issue of dealing with criminals, yung kanyang narco list, reading people's name, giving them few hours to get out. In fact, very similar yung estilo ni Pangulong Duterte, yung di ka para sa masa, dun sa Alo Presidente show ni Hugo Chavez, yung dating populist leader ng Venezuela, kung saan, on live show, si Hugo Chavez would fire people, no? Kung may nagreklamo, por favor, Presidente, el Presidente, may problema about their pipeline or anything like that. Sometimes, Hugo Chavez would go and fire officials. In fact, even live if possible, no? Pag tignan mo naman si Isko Moreno, meron din siyang itong parang like 24/7 omnipresent projection of leadership na Facebook live siya ng 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. dun sa Bonifacio Monument kung saan sa Manila. At of course, si Yorme Moreno is very young, no? So siguro ang ginagawa niya is very similar dun sa ginagawa ni Pangulong Duterte when he was in his earlier years, younger years, no? Naalala ko nung nasa Davao ko the other year, sinisabi sa akin ng mga taxi driver na sa gitna ng gabi, no? 2 a.m. bigla makita nila si Pangulong Duterte, magchichismisan, magkakantsawan, magtatambayan kung saan-saan. Si Pangulong Duterte umiikot sa city. So this kind of omnipresent, all-around, 24/7, micromanaging kind of leadership ay very similar, no? Kay Pangulong Duterte at kay Mayor, not yet Pangulo, Mayor Moreno. Especially in young years ni Pangulong Duterte. I think if President Duterte became president when he was 50 or 60s, mas iba yung makikita natin, Pangulong, hindi yung parang parating absent, hindi natin alam kung saan or late siya, whatsoever. Anyway, so, may continuities doon, yung kanilang disruptive style of leadership. Iba ito doon sa much more technocratic, mainstream style of leadership kung saan parang andun lang sa opisina, nag-uutos, nagde-delegate, parang in the background, no? More bureaucratic, technocratic yung leader at iniiwan ito dun sa mga designated agencies and personnel to explain every aspect of policies. Habang ito naman ay parang paternal figure ang style dito na ang dito ako, alagaan ko kayo, kayong anak ko, I'll be there at any moment, pwede ako magpakita any moment. At dahil dyan, huwag kayong mag-abuso, don't be corrupt. Habang yung more conventional style is, ayoko umeksena, ayoko mag-grandstanding, at meron tayong bureaucracia at may proseso. So you follow the rules. You follow the procedures. So, isa, more institutional approach. Isa naman, more paternalistic, personal yung approach. No? At mukhang itong second type, no, ay mas appealing nowadays sa ating taong bayan. And all across the world, in fact, from whether ito ay mga populist leaders sa India, Narendra Modi, or former Istanbul Mayor Erdogan, who's now the president after being prime minister for a long time, or Joko Widodo in the case of Indonesia, former mayor of Solo. Ang nakikita natin dito is ito yung type ng tao, ito yung feel ng tao. At sa tingin ko, meron din relasyon ito dun sa increasingly complicated yung ating problema, no? At parang tawag ko nga dyan, lasagna effect, no? So may climate change, may artificial intelligence, may corruption, ang laki ng population, may boom. So ang hinanap ng tao ngayon is isang reassuring figure who will be there, mag-reassure sa kanya on a personal level, magko-connect sa kanila, sabihin niya, I'm one of you, naintindihan ko yung problema nyo, at tutulungan ko kayo, no? So in fact, ironically, the more na nagmo-modernize at nagiging more complicated yung ating lipunan, the more na naghahanap tayo ng more primal, basic, tribal kind of leader, no? Na andun siya kagad at tutulungan ka, no? Like, the pre-Bronze Age kind of leadership, no? So, the more we modernize, the more we retreat dun sa ating primal instinct and yearning for a certain type of leadership. Ito yung nakikita natin ngayon. At I think pasok si Pangulong Duterte at Mayor Yorme Moreno dito. So may continuity tayo dito nakikita, no? Yung isa pang factor, of course, nakikita natin dito is assertive, yung language, yung rhetoric. Minsan, pati si Yorme Moreno, magaspang. Si Pangulong Duterte, alam natin, of course, very colorful yung kanyang language, to say the least. And both of them, ang sinasabi nila sa taong bayan, sa kanilang constituencies, we are one of you. Naintindihan namin yung problema nyo. Well, let's be honest, mas credible ito in the case of Yorme Moreno. Dahil si Pangulong Duterte, tatay niya, governor, he comes from a upper class background, no? Although, of course, they had to work their way through nung lumipat sila sa Mindanao, no? Yung kanyang tatay, no? Via Visayas region. Nonetheless, si Pangulong Duterte is very good in terms of speaking street language, no? Hindi yung usual na balagtasan or napakagandang PowerPoint presentation or yung perfect yung diction and grammar. Hindi ganun yung style niya. He speaks like supposedly an ordinary person, or at least yung stereotype ng ordinary person. Or in fact, some would say tambay sa kanto. Ganyan yung style niya. Kaya accessible siya. Even though literally, factually, hindi siya galing sa masa, no? Pagdating kay Yorme Moreno, he literally comes from the masses. Ito yung background niya. At kung nakita niyo yung interviews namin with Yorme Moreno, sinasabi niya, kumain pa nga sila ng pagpag dati. No? And of course, galing Tondo. Iba po yung hirap na lumaki in a place like Tondo at saka yung slum and squatter area sa major city like Metro Manila. Iba yung pamumuhay na mas relax sa probinsya. Ako, galing akong Baguio City at alam ko, even if medyo mahirap ka sa Baguio, hindi kasing hirap na mahirap ka sa big cities like Metro Manila na ang taas ng cost of living, ang taas ng stress level, dog kind of, lifestyle ang meron doon. Habang sa Davao, much more laid back, much more affordable yung lifestyle. At ako, gusto ko yung Davao. It's a very laid back place in a sense, no? Although, of course, I have some disagreements with Duterte's approach to certain issues. But anyways, so we also see my continuity dito, no? Dun sa kanilang pag-appeal sa tao. I think pareho din silang very good in terms of positioning themselves sa media. Magaling sila mag-project sa media. But in a very different way. Of course, kay Pangulong Duterte, Jean Provocateur, no? So, he will just say outrageous things at alam niya kagad, ito ay magiging headlines, no? So, he gets easy publicity. Parang baba nung advertisement niya nung late 2015 nung gusto niya pumasok sa eksena, no? So, he allows the media to give him free publicity. Kay Yorme Moreno, of course, he comes from a celebrity background, but ang galing din niya sumabay doon sa gusto ng taong bayan at hindi lang sa mainstream media, but sa social media. So, actually, both Duterte and Yorme Moreno ay napakagaling sa social media projection nila, or at least yung team nila. Alam ko, yung team ni Yorme Moreno ay napakaliit. I've met, some of them. Yung kay President Duterte seems to be a little bit more sophisticated. You have seen the Oxford study saying na medyo malaki-laki yung budget nila doon. But let's not go there. Baka matroll na naman ako ng big time. Although, who cares? So may very much similarities here. Nonetheless, ang dapat we keep in mind is this. I think President Duterte, at least in his latest version, what Slavoj Žižek and some philosophers will call the right mistake. No? Aminin natin, by any objective standard, President Duterte's term has not been the kind of major success na he promised. Anong sabi niya? After 6 months, kung hindi na naayos yung problema ng droga, anong gagawin natin sa kanya? We know what he said, di ba? Pag tignan mo ang problema ng traffic, gets worse. Tignan mo yung issue ng drugs, ilan yung really big fish, no, ang nakuha niya? Pagdating sa corruption, ilang tao nilagay niya sa preso? Ilan kurakot na tao ay lumabas sa preso? So, walang any major criminals or corrupt people, plunderers ang nilagay. At ang daming kapalpakan nangyari, file doon. At ang ginagawa ni Paulo, nire-recycle niya. Pagdating sa economy is slowing down. Just as I warned, I got trolled a lot for this, but I was correct. Of course. Na yung pagbaba ng inflation has a downside. And that downside was kawawa yung ating mga magsasaka dahil we imported cheap livestock like crazy, killing our industry, agriculture industry. Growth has been slowing down. Investment has been dropping. Surprise, surprise, I've been saying this for a long time because I know I talk to these top investors around the world. I deal with them, I advise them. I know how they think. Although, of course, I advise them to invest despite, my issues with the country, of course. So, the economy is not been doing very well. Well, foreign policy, I think we are doing very good with Japan. So, we are continuing yung golden age na meron tayo in the past. I think the relationship with Japan is better than ever. I like it. Nag-reach out tayo sa ASEAN. Sa India, very good, very good. Sa South Korea, very good, very good. I like that. Pero, pagdating sa superpowers, with the US relationship,